Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel, and this is the weekly Fantasy League roundup. Normally, we talk facts, we talk evidence, we say leave your bias at the door, but here I'm putting my neck on the line each and every week to be shot down as you see my terrible attempts to keep up in the Fantasy Premier League game. There, before we get to how I went last week, and what I'm going to be doing next week in terms of transfers, I do quickly need to say this broadcast is brought to you in association with www.fanfirst.co.uk, a user-generated, fan-powered rating site. Everybody loves the top 10s in a newspaper. They love to agree, they love to disagree. Well, you can now do your own. Head over to Fan First, register your team in your email, and go and get rating. If you watch a game, you can go and give your views on the players, the managers, the referees, even the VAR in the Premier League. And if you didn't, you can go and check what other people thought. And maybe if your team's playing somebody you're not familiar with, you want to check out who their best players are. You can see running players of the season, teams of the week, all sorts of good data there. A really good resource to match up the stats and the eye test. It's all about the eye test on Fan First. So www.fanfirst.co.uk. Go and check it out. Here is what happened this past game week number 5. It was Everton 2, Liverpool 2 in that first game. And for all you fantasy players, Mo Salah at it again. Dominic Calvert-Lewin at it again as well. So some familiar, I think there's an assist for Robertson as well, which was good for me, and obviously a lot of other players, but some familiar names and 4 goals in that one. Chelsea 3, Southampton 3, big comeback, but I think it's a Timo Werner hat-trick. So very pleasing for a lot of players on that one, especially if you had him captain. Man City 1, Arsenal 0, and Kevin De Bruyne, and I did it too. I filmed on Wednesday, but we knew he was out, so I did pull him out. Kevin De Bruyne letting down a lot of people who'd already selected their teams there. Did you pull him out in time? Newcastle 1, Man United 4. Late surge there. Sheffield United 1, Fulham 1. I did have Mitrovic. I'm glad I didn't in this one because he missed a pen. Palace 1, Brighton 1. Spurs 3, West Ham 3. Kane and Son keep doing the business. How long will it continue? They are astoundingly good. At the moment, those two. Leicester 0, Villa 1. Wow, those Villa centre-halves, Mings and Cons, are really ramping the points up there. West Brom 0, Burnley 0. A lot of people will go for Burnley defenders and keepers. So that was good news for them. Leeds 0, Wolves 1. People who've tried to cash in on maybe some cheaper Leeds players after their good start will not have been too high on that result. There was my game week. And thank God for Harry Kane is all I can say, because otherwise, not too good. I got Pickford in goal. He was in the headlines, but not in the points. Robertson did get himself an assist. Justin and James, meh. Salah scores yet again. He's been brilliant. He can just stay in my team all season. Click, his first week with me. Well, Wolves shut them out. Grealish, tight game, but now maybe Villa aren't as reliant on Grealish anymore. Now they've got Barkley, so let's hope Captain Jack still keeps getting those points up. James Rodriguez, new to me. I think tons of people have transferred him in. Did he get an assist from a set play? I think possibly he did in that one. Brewster is a cheap option for a lot of people, including me, but 1 point. Wilson, yeah, shut out there. And Kane, obviously, I had as captain there, and he really carried my team in the Spurs game against West Ham with another couple of goals. So 63 points for me. The average was 60, so just above average. I'm noticing you have to be significantly above average, especially in a league with as many players as our league has got here, the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel League. There is your Kings of the Game Week, and I only had one. Fortunately, I had him as captain, Harry Kane. But Pope, Killman, Keane, Maguire, Keane and Maguire both in the goals there. Rashford, Son, Barkley, obviously, Fernandes, a couple of Man United, 3 Man United players indeed, slipping in there. Werner and Kane were amongst the goals. Che Adams in there as well. So, you probably just saw there, but you want to see my face a little bit before we go on and see what is happening this game week and what it is you might be wanting to do. So, Villa and Leeds, there'll be goals in that. Likely, are people going to start bringing in Rafinha? I think people are going to start liking Barkley as well from Villa. Lots of love for McGinn, Grealish, obviously, and the defenders at Villa. Not many goals going in against there. West Ham, Man City, well, people like me are going to have to work with moving De Bruyne out this week. So will they go Sterling or will they go to another club? Lots of love for Jared Bowen at the moment there for West Ham. Fulham and Palace, well, Zaha looks good value, but really across the season, are Palace going to get that many goals? And are Fulham now starting to tighten up? Who knows? Famous last words, maybe. Man United, Chelsea, I suspect there'll be goals in that one, knowing both of those managers and both of those teams. Maybe, and you saw on the Kings of the Game week there, Rashford and Fernandes in there, Werner as well. Havertz, maybe, might be an option there. Liverpool, Sheffield United, not going well for the Blades, so maybe people are going to stock up. I'd assume a lot of people have gone all in on Salah already, but maybe extra Liverpool players added. Remember, Van Dijk injured now as well, so I got him out last week. I think a few more people will be transferring him out. Southampton, Everton, all about James Rodriguez and Dominic Calvert-Lewin there. He's just a goal machine at the moment. Wolves, Newcastle. I got a good look at Wolves. Very, very tight. But in terms of a fantasy team, how many goals are they going to be scoring and created? I'm still on the Callum Wilson train, but maybe that train may be slowing down as the weeks tot up. Arsenal, Leicester, well, Vardy's been out. He's been probably transferred out of a lot of people's teams. Castagna still a big favourite. I've gone for James Justin as well. Maybe now Arsenal are over a couple of tricky games. Lacazette and Aubameyang will start being transferred back into people's teams there. Brighton and West Brom. Burnley and Spurs at the bottom there. Remember, Spurs. Can you resist one or both of Kane and Son? I think you need at least one of them, don't you, at the moment? Pep Guardiola, the update on Kevin De Bruyne from my point of view. Quote, return in the next few weeks. So we need to take De Bruyne out. There he goes. 11.5 million. So bad news that he's out, but lots of money to play with there. 12 million in the bank. And we are looking at midfield players here. And we can have a scout through a few of them. They're obviously Son. I mean, look, when we're talking fantasy league here, they're obviously wide forwards, a lot of them, but they've done it the right way, I think, the fantasy league, and at least they've got it consistent, and strikers basically play up down the middle now, and everyone else has gone into the midfield. I think Liverpool really facilitated that, else you would have ended up with 1,000 strikers, I think would have been the thing. So Son's in there, Zaha, like I mentioned, Mane, Fernandes, Bowen, Sterling, Havertz as well. I do like the look of. I think he might well come good in a high-scoring team. There's Son, really banging the goals in, outstanding. Already 7 goals in the league, including that 4 in one game. On the week, I took him out, obviously. There's Wilf Zaha. Things will go through him at Palace. You know, key player there. I just wonder whether they'll score enough goals. But I suppose, however many they do, the vast majority will go through him. Fernandes, such a colossus, really, in that United team. But I have gone, as you can see there, for Sadio Mane. So the choice was, do I want to go for Sterling and keep a Man City player in? Or do I want to double up on Kane and Son? Or double up on Mane and Salah? And I just looked at the fixtures this week. Spurs away at Burnley and Liverpool at home to Sheffield United. So I've doubled up on Salah and Mane. And I've still got Kane in there. So I think we are looking all right. So I've gone for Sadio Mane in over Kevin De Bruyne. And I don't really feel like I need to change a lot there. I think, and this was a hard choice, the only one formation and shape-wise was, should I go 3-5-2 and play Click in midfield, Leeds are at Villa, and take Brewster out there at Liverpool, or should I go 3-4-3 and put Brewster in? I've gone 3-4-3. I mean, you might think I'm mad because Sheffield United are away at Liverpool, but I always tend to favour a forward. I know Matt Click's an excellent player for Leeds. However, Villa have been tight defensively, haven't they? And I genuinely think at the moment you've got more chance scoring at Anfield than you have at Villa Park, especially striker forward. So I've gone for the 3-4-3. So we've got Salah, Grealish, Rodriguez and Mane across the midfield. So essentially got two strikers in there as well. Brewster, Wilson and Kane. I'm going to keep Kane as captain. I'm just going to stick with it there. And then the rest of my team picks itself because I've got busts on the bench other than Click. So Justin, Robertson, James and Pickford across the back there. So that is my team for this coming game week. Don't pick holes in my team. Let me know what you're doing this week. As I always say, it takes far more effort and intelligence to create something than to tear something down. But there I am, down to 21st place. And you can see, look, above me there, look, 76, Christopher, 93, Joshua, 80, John, lots of people, Jack, 80, Frankie, 92, and then all the way out there, look at Scott, 102, going into third place there. Astounding. Ringo Sarr, Mr. R, still up at the top there with a bit of a lead. I'm happy to kind of still be in the conversation on the first page, but after my excellent first week, I knew it was going to be a slow and gradual, hopefully, regression to the mean. So that is what I've done this week. Have you had to transfer out De Bruyne? What would you do? Let me know. Let me know what you've done with your team. Put your money where your mouth is. Let me know how many points you've got as well. Remember, anyone coming at me saying, I wouldn't do that, I would do this, I would do that, tell me your point score. And I will respect you if you've got more than me. If not, I'll say, well, why haven't you got more points than me then? But all a little bit of fun, obviously. Usual plugs here. Like, comment, subscribe. The code for the league is T5QBR0. And all of these shows, well, most of them, when I'm organised, should go down the podcast feed. Support financially, amazon.co.uk/shop/the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. And we have sponsors now, which is wonderful. Fanfirst.co.uk. Go and get rating. Register your team there and give your numbers out of 10. We always criticise the journalists. As I said just a minute ago, it takes far more effort and intelligence to build something than it does to tear something down. So go and put your ratings over on FanFirst. www.fanfirst.co.uk. Let me know how your team's going in the comments. I read all of them. I might not reply to all of them, but I promise I do read them. They're popping up on my phone all day. Blum, 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 as you can imagine. Bloom, lovely. Right, thank you everybody for watching. That was this week's fantasy football update. Hopefully, I'm going to have a great week this week. Hopefully, my team is taking shape because I've got no money next week because I've put Sadio Mane in. So, right, good luck. Godspeed, everybody, this game week. And we will touch base. God, that was very David Brent, wasn't it? Reconnect next week on the Fantasy Show. Over and out.